Hello everyone and welcome back to yet another season of CRF3. We have some changes on the grid obviously with our Tier 3 champion last season moving up to Tier 2 and also Sebi after his brief visit to Tier 3 going back into Tier 2. Those are what I'd say the main changes. We also have some new drivers with full-time drivers with K1A being new, also have L and we have K1A, we have L Angel also being a full-time driver now. We also have some drivers who are about a little bit have some issues. We have full-time driver Rapsock having some power issues, and Kraken has retired from session already. Not ideal. I'll need to do the controller thing again because somehow my F1 key still doesn't work. But yeah, I'm expecting some good things from this season because I'm hoping we have more like a tier 2 race because tier 1 was insane in the wrong way. So yeah, and now I can go to spectator menu and now I can not telemetry, lap data, track map. Yeah. Let's go with enough now, and there you go. Now hide HUD, and there you go. Now everything should be good. So the first car to cross the line seems to be one of the Astons. It seems it is going to be Liam Watt to cross the line to start his first lap. Now, what will the pace be? As we haven't done this track in this game yet in Tier 3. Complete new track for these drivers, so let's see what the pace will be. He starts his lap down the decently long main straight into a heavy braking zone into turn 1. With a difficult front acceleration zone where you can easily just lose the rear end. He keeps it clean, opens DRS down the second DRS straight. Into turn 4, medium speed corner, which again, easy to spin on exit. Now into the fast S's, which touching those curbs can be deadly for your lap. It can really make you lose your rear end, but he keeps it clean. Into the first hairpin. He hits the apex quite nicely. Now down into one of the trickiest corners of the track, the downhill left-hander hairpin. Can he do it without locking up? Can he hit the apex? He hits it nicely. He gets a good acceleration. And as he goes down the third DRS straight on the track into the fast left-hander, down into 5th gear. Now full throttle from now on, through the right-hander full throttle. Into another pretty tricky corner, which is very difficult on acceleration once again. But he keeps it clean. Uses decent amount of track. Good driving so far, I would say. As he goes into the final corner. Can he keep it clean? He keeps it clean. Let's see what lap time this will be. And he sets a 29.7. Not a decent banker, I think. Again, we don't know the pace of the rest of the drivers, so it could be something. There could be something more in it. As we have kicks, we have V-carb crossing line. Could be Der Wolf. No, it was Rapid crossing, starting his lap. Then with 2 McLarens, seemingly giving us a slipstream. As Sean has now this season replaced Ruckerman, the outgoing world champion. As Bartek sets a 28.8. Great lap from the Red Bull driver. Great banker. As we now have the Mercedes cars crossing. Liam setting a 29. Keenan setting a 28.8. Andy with a 29 flat. Some big margins between the drivers in terms of delta so far. As we now have the new driver K1A. Seemed fast in Tier 2. 28.3. He definitely has some pace. He could be a title contender, I think. As we then have Game and Gary starting lap, but we now have Rapid maybe crossing line. Nope, that would be Der Wolf then, about to finish his first lap. Let's see what he sets. He sets a 29 flat. A lot of 20. There seems to be some pretty equal pace in the midfield so far. Like 2 29 flats with 28.8 as well. Decent enough pace. That is Liam. As the next car to cross line would probably be Rapid. And yes, it is. Let's see what lap time he can set. As he goes to the final corner, about to cross the start finish line, and he sets a 28-4, living up to his name of being rapid, but still Bartek having that good first one. As now the two McLarens crossing. Big T setting provisional pole, with Sean at second off him with 28-7, but Big T with 27-7. Great banker from the McLaren driver right there. And also helping his teammate up the grid with the lap-long tow, which is so powerful in this game. So now have Mercedes driver of Harvey sitting at 28-9, putting him P7 right behind his teammate. As we then have a Red Bull about to finish a lap, going through the final corner. It is Gaming Gary. Get on the throttle as soon as possible. Don't make sure not to slide, and he sets a 30.6. Not bad for the Red Bull driver. As we then would have one of the Haas. Chowie has invalidated, but the next Haas on an outlap. And the other car would be Angel. He is on an outlap as well, though. Let's see, where is Rapid? He is on an in-lap. Obviously, two McLarens on in-laps. Harvey most likely on an in-lap. Let's see, as yellow flags for the two McLarens going slowly on the in-lap. Fair enough. Is Harvey on an in-lap? I assume he would be. Let's see his sector time when he comes through here. He is flashing. He is on an in-lap. As I see Sebi saying, looking at Liam, he doesn't seem as slow as last season right now. P10, not bad for Liam, I would say. And there's definitely a lot of improvement because the track progression in this game is huge. There's definitely still a lot of time in that lap. And I don't feel like he was really pushing as hard as he could, looking at how he was driving the car. Just trying to get a safe banker in. As we now have cars leaving pit lane again. Let's see who we have. Andy out there. One of the... MJ Wood saying great lap by Big T. I will have to agree. That is an incredible lap. Beat also fun. Also, if you watched the Tier 1 race last night, you would also know that Big T beat the last season's World Drivers Champion, Welsh Jack, in qualifying. So, do with that what you will. Do with that information what you will. Big T out qualifying last season's Tier 1 World Championship last night. What a cracking lap that was. Both last night and right now. As we now have Rapid starting his lap, but let's see, would there be anybody closer? Ooh, locks up into turn 1. But I think Harvey isn't improving though. He could have just saved some battery for the final part now. But see, can he improve his lap? Going down to... He is going to box. He will not improve his lap. Then Gaming Gary, could he improve? Is he... I don't know if he's on an in-lap or not. We now have Angel, I think, crossing the line. No. Gaming Gary boxing. So now we have a Haas driver starting his lap. I think he'll be the first to start his lap unless... no, that would be Andy Ring, I think. Yeah, Andy Ring would be the first to start his laps. I don't know. Rapid is current first, but I'll go to him later. See, clean turn 4 keeps it nice and tight on exit. So easy to lose the rear end there, as I said earlier. Purple sector 1 for the Alpine driver. Great lap so far. Can he keep this up throughout the entire lap? As I will have to quickly cut away from him to go to Rapid, as Rapid is not improving. So I will actually go back to Andy Ring. He is not that much up in this time, but every small amount of time in this game counts with how close the field can be. To the fast defender goes a bit wide almost riding the curb, maybe loses a bit of grip there because of that. The 3.5 tenths up on his current lap time. That would put him provisionally P5. Let's see, can he keep improving his lap? Going down the second to last straight into the final corner. Using all of the track as possible, going all out to the curve and just go to the line as fast as possible. And he sets a 28.5, putting him P5, not far behind Rapid. As we have maybe Xiaoyu about to finish the lap. Let's see, he boxes. But the two McLarens, once again giving chance though. What, have they swapped the cars around this time? No, they have not. They're doing this in the same strat of Sean being behind Big T. But that is probably the smartest strat, given the pace that they seem to have, both of them. But could Sean be too close to him right now, as Big T kind of goes deep into turn 1? As we have Kia about to finish the lap. 1.5 tenth improvement. Debbie, I'm not going to look at Snapchat. And he sets a 28.1 flat. Great lap from him, as we now have the next driver would be on the track would be Andy Ring, but on the actual lap would be the two McLaren drivers. I guess I will check Snapchat then. Ah, I see. Okay. I'll quickly wait for the McLaren to finish the lap, and then I will do what you asked me to do. As Big T way down his lap, having let Sean by. Let's see, can Sean improve? Going through the final corner. Can he improve on his already pretty good lap time? Let's see, coming to the line, he sets a 27.88. It is not an improvement by him. As I will now do what Sebia asked me to do. So we can have and co-com with us here today. And I apologize for the black screen now. And let's just... I apologize for the quick interruption.
There we go.
As we now have a co-com. Welcome, Sebi. Welcome to the commentary booth.
Hello. Yeah, it's me, Sebi, the tier 1 guy.
the tier 1 commentator.
Yeah.
Good to have you here. Good to have you here, I will say.
I kind of thought to myself, maybe just practice announcing the race start and stuff. Might as well, right?
Fair point.
Because that's one of the points that I've been struggling with. So, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm Sebi. Currently manager of tier 2 and also the tier 1 steward and co-FIA president together with Fridge. Yeah, I mainly commentate tier 1 as we are watching a lap with Ethan, UFC. Seems to be an in-lap though.
It does. I think the next guy to cross the line would probably be El Angel, setting his first lap of the session. He sets a 29.4.
Yeah, 29.4. Not gonna lie, the fact that Liam is a little bit faster than he usually is quite surprising. Still not up in the midfield where he would want to be ideally, but definitely already a step up. As we have Chowie on a lap now?
It seems so. Right behind the Aston Martin of Liam. Maybe getting a bit of a slipstream for that part, but Liam gets out of the way quite nicely right now. Not wanting to give his competitor an advantage in qualifying, of course.
Yeah, really hauling it down through turn 13 and now turn 14. Let us see how much time he has gained or lost. Nope, it's a 1:06.8 through the second sector.
It is because this is his first timed lap.
Yeah, I just saw that as well.
Going through the final corner. get on the throttle as soon as physically possible. Use all the track. Runs out of
Doesn't
battery
do
before
it.
the line. But let's see what he sets. He sets a 28.7, putting him P7. Not bad from the Haas driver.
Yeah, if you would use the track a little bit more, that would probably be around 3/10 more improvement just by using more of the track alone. From what I've seen so far,
The
the last 2 turns he wasn't really able to take anything with it.
Who
Seems
would
like
be the next driver? I think Liam is the next driver.
let us see, let us see. We will see as soon as he's going over the Sector 1 line, which is right about now. Is it an improvement? Yes,
3/10
it's a 3/10
improvement.
improvement for Liam Watt. So already quite a good lap ahead of him. Able to get 3/10 already in the first sector. Oh, but he spins. Sadly, he spins out. He does not get the rest of the lap done. Was up about 3/10. He might still have enough fuel in the tank to go for another lap. Of course, we don't know. We don't have the onboard POV, but yeah.
But his tires could also be just dead now because how fast the tire wear is in this game.
Yeah, if he just chills out, takes it slowly, the most stressful part's over for the tires, so he might be able to still put in a better lap on used tires.
Bartek has left the session.
Just the typical Bartek behavior.
I'll need to quickly get him back.
Yeah.
Where is he? Yes.
Let us see if Liam will go for another lap right after the first one.
He seems to.
like he will.
As we... Who would be the next driver to cross line? Would it could be Andy? Maybe? The Wall, perhaps? He could. Game guy starting his lap. Yep, everybody else just starting the
Down
lap
to
right
the
now.
hairpin, looking
Clean, I will say. As
clean
Bartek
enough.
is now back. Good to see.
But of course, the important bit is the improvement that Der Wolf is making on his lap. So let's watch out for how much time he's gaining. Crossing over the line, 3/10 of an improvement. Definitely a good second half of his lap. Now he just needs to put the lap together in the third sector. Goes down towards the last 2 turns. It's quite tricky getting it done correctly without spinning. Leaves out a lot of track as well, so he does leave out a couple of hundreds on the table, but it seems like it's going to be a better 28 with a 28.3 now on the board, moving him up to P5 and finishing his qualifying session. Next car that's coming up is going to be Andy Ring. Andy Ring doing the 2 turns at the end there, also leaving out a lot of track. There's so much time that you can gain by just using all of the track. Goes over the line, does improve by 5/10, goes into P2 with that one. The Mercedes of Kenyon coming afterwards, 3/10 improvement, P8 for him.
Then Liam coming P12.
P12 with a better lap nonetheless, 3/10 up on his lap. We got a McLaren going over the line. It's Big T with a 27.5 now on the board. What is Sean able to do? Not the best lap in the first part of quali, and seems like it's not going to be an improvement throughout the second. Yes, it is! 2/10 up on his time, now P8, moving Kenyon down 1 spot. Next up is the name that I'm not going to be able to pronounce at all, with 5/10 on the bank, nearly matching Big T, grabbing the second position, and of course the last Mercedes of Harvey going over the line to grab P8.
Here having incredible pace, it seems.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call him Kia as well.
So I think we can already see who might be the 2 title contenders for this season based on this.
Yeah.
And how much of a pace advantage they have.
Kia's performance in Tier 2 and Big T's performance in Tier 1 definitely going to show on track here as well. Andy Ring, though, in second with a gap of about 5/10. On a relatively difficult track, it's definitely a bit harder to assess everybody's skill level at this point, but it's already a statement nonetheless from the two, from the Ferrari and the McLaren.
Ferrari McLaren, where have I seen this before?
No clue.
As we're now just waiting for the drivers to get the strategies ready and on the fuel.
Of course. In that time, we can start talking about how buggy the game is, because this game actually puts you on a 2-stop strategy for a 50% race at the start, so we might actually see a delayed start if nobody readies up instantly. Krakner, of course, retiring instantly as soon as he got into the session, might not have the setup on, so he might be at a disadvantage.
I have noticed that if you look at the tires in the pit lane, they sometimes change. So I don't know if that depicts like what tires they're on the grid or not, but I have noticed them change in previous races.
We have had a very, very mixed field of strategies over the last couple of days. Tier 2 heavily favoring hard to softs when it comes to pace and getting the pace out of the tires. Tier 1 also doing so, with Mikas hopping from P14 or P13 up to P2 up on the podium with a hard soft strategy.
Will
So
any
we
of the
have-
Tier 3 drivers have seen those races and taken notes of those strategies?
I mean, it's free data. Everybody can just look and learn. So
As
why not?
As I just noticed the tires in the Mercedes garage turning from soft to mediums.
Yeah, they are mediums now. You are correct on that one. But to be honest, it can mean anything, and it is in the box of Kenyon, who is not that far up the position as he wants to be, of course. It's all about pace. It's all about pure race pace in this manner, as we've also seen yesterday in Tier 1's race, and of course a good strategy. So you can make a hard soft work. Softs surprisingly hold long enough to justify using them compared to the mediums. But the hards, definitely the big outlier in every single race that we've had so far, with the amount of usage that they can sustain while still keeping the same pace.
Speaking of the hard, I just saw the tires in Bartek's garage with 2 hards. I don't know what that means, but I have a feeling it might be the tire that they're going on to. We might see at the start of the race, if that is correct.
Yeah, if that is correct, we will see, but that's gonna happen afterwards as we now go up onto the grid with 5 lights on and turning off. We got the race going.
Oh, and that's already crashed!
Kia already crashed, and DNFs right after the start of the race. VSC instantly called as soon as the race started. Bartek overtaking on the... Oh, no, he's going back into his position. Everybody is keeping pace. What a chaotic start this has been already. And now everybody in the background just scrambling for position, for the correct position.
As Even's got 10 seconds for ignoring yellow flags. Big T, 10 seconds for ignoring yellow flags.
What? Okay, those will be served on the by pitting, probably. Like, there is no way that isn't going to happen. So those penalties are sticking. So now they need to drive their hearts out as soon as the yellow flags and the virtual safety car are over. What a chaotic start!
Kia spinning off the get-go into the Alpine, I think, of Andy. And losing his front left wheel immediately. I have never seen that.
Going around, you can practice 1,000 times going around the track, but as long as you're not getting the race start down, it's going to impact you hard. Of course, the complexion of the race now completely changed.
Also, I've never seen somebody crash that early in a race.
Yeah, and we got some info from Kia. He is saying that his clutch didn't work for some reason. As we are now back onto green flag conditions. Already some chaos in the back with a lot of gaps already forming. Harvey having a 2.6 second gap towards next up Sean right in front of him. As we see Big T moving down into turn 1. We got a fight going on between Bartek and Der Wolf. Der Wolf thinking better of it and staying out, but Bartek going really wide. Maybe even getting a little bit of a penalty there. Or let's say a warning. As we go down into turn 1, there is enough gaps between those people, but do they all break in the correct manner? We got a fight between Der Wolf and Sean, but Sean thinking better of it and letting him stay in that position. Chowie and Kenyon fighting around. Got him going down. Kenyon wins that one on the harder tires, but of course now Chowie is fighting back. He's going side by side into turn 4 with him. Takes the longer way around on the better tires. Makes it cleanly, but not making the overtake. But he's now getting attacked by Harvey. Harvey going down the inside, takes that position convincingly. And now Chowie losing one position on the softer compound of tires compared to him. Liam Watt getting an overtake done on, Gaming Gary. What a start this race has gotten to. What?
Already a huge gap between the top 6 and down to P7. With their Wolf also being close to losing DRS to the cars ahead as well.
Yeah, DRS really weirdly now. We have two groups forming. We got the groups of everybody below P12, and then we got a group for everybody below P7, which is already kind of weird after these situations that we've had. They're both now crucially losing DRS on the next straight. Gap just way too big. Maybe he's still able to get a slipstream, but that's perfect opportunity for Sean to get the attack going. He's lining up the move. He's swerving out to the inside. He got way more speed than Der Wolf, but is placing himself in a worse situation. Does make that overtake stick convincingly. No, he went way too wide. They're both side by side now. Der Wolf making it around the outside. Still side by side throughout that turn. He's now getting the DRS. He got that efficient straight line speed. He goes into turn 4, takes the place convincingly, but is he able to make it stick? Gets a little tap by Sean, who is giving away the position and therefore keeps it clean and fair at least. Nice little bit of sportsmanship there. But let's see how everything else is going to play out.
As we have Liam Watt and Chowie battling a little bit. Chowie and Gaming Gary, I mean. Chowie coming out the better driver in that fight, as we also have the two Mercs maybe fighting a little bit too hard, considering the teammates.
Yeah, they do want the positions. They are both on the same compound of tires, so why not just drag along each other for the ride to get the better position in the latter stages of the race, because their tires will hold on longer than the mediums behind them, but also will be slower at the end of their stint, just like the others. Question is, how are they going to perform at the latter stages of the race with their tires swap? Are they going to the mediums in about lap 18, or are they going onto the softs at about lap 21, 22?
As John got past their Wolf down the last straight, but that has given their Wolf the DRS. Has this been a tactical miscalculation by Sean, or is he wanting to get the DRS down the next straight up right now? It goes side by side through turn 1, side by side through turn 2, keeping it clean, a little bit of wheel banging, but that's okay. As who gets DRS? Their Wolf gets DRS, so he will most likely be getting hit unless Sean uses some battery. Will Sean be going for the switchback once again? Perhaps their Wolf, once again, their Wolf just parking on the apex quite nicely. But they just...
In the meantime, Chowie in the background making up some ground on Liam Watt. Both of them fighting convincingly in the background. Liam Watt really having a good time right now, being in the points. But the question is he going to be able to keep that momentum up in the latter stages of it? As long as Chowie is able to get back into the DRS range, they will be part of the pack that is in front of them. So more points are on the way if that is the case. It's looking good for both Liam and Chowie for some good points today.
Bit of a wiggle from Liam Watt out of the left-hander, as we might have Sean going for moving their Wolf side by side through the fast right-hander now. Sean on the outside, but can he keep it? As their Wolf defends the position quite nicely.
Parks it around the middle of the apex, therefore not letting Sean through. Sean gets the overspeed from the longer line he had to take though, therefore takes back the position, but yet again, tactical miscalculation. We might have DRS on Der Wolf, who is able to fight again. Why aren't they DRS swapping and just constantly dragging along the train to get up?
As we have a spin in the background, we have Liam Watt spinning.
Liam Watt loses the position after such a great race start. No, what are you doing, Liam?
We have their Wolf once again ahead of Sean, but can Sean fight it back down the straight now that he's behind?
They should really stop this useless fighting, as they will go side by side yet again, as Sean is just out to get the position. Der Wolf dragging him out wide, but now maybe Kenyon is able to retaliate on that move. Is able to get faster, is side by side with Sean now. Is he going to get that position? Yes, he is. Sean has the position lost from Kenyon. So now Kenyon is up into P6, and Sean is no threat to Der Wolf anymore. So how is this now going to play out? Are they going to be playing around smartly with DRS and therefore just swapping to get back to Rapid, or are they just going to fight like idiots?
You would hope for their sake that they start working together to catch the front group, but With how it's looking, I don't think they think they can catch the front group.
Yeah, but I think it might be worth actually looking at the front group. The gaps aren't too big going into the next two corners. We got Bartek, Syndico, Ethan, and Rapid all on the same part of track, all within a second from one another, with Ethan now getting the DRS. Oh, we got a little bit of a fight going on with Kenyon. Der Wolf losing a position to Kenyon, as we do have a fight in the front. Rapid is going side by side with Bartek, and Ethan is going side by side with Syndico. Is Rapid going to win out in this situation with Bartek in the position behind? Yes, he is. Bartek now moving down to P4 out of the podium positions. Is he going to get an attack back? No, he is not. Not looking good for him. He has a little look down the inside, but not good enough.
As there was some fighting between Sean and Harvey for a bit. Sean not seeming to have the pace of the drivers behind him right now. Just under pressure constantly from Harvey and Chowie right now.
Yeah, Harvey and Chowie still in the fight. Harvey going a little bit wider than Sean, so he can get a bit more speed throughout these turns. Maybe send it down the inside. Doesn't have the speed though, and does not have the distance. So he stays behind. This is all coming into the hands of Gary a little bit, with the front pack still being so close and bunched up together. If Gary is able to keep it together and get closer to everybody else,
as actually,
which does not seem to be the case.
Bartek has lost DRS momentarily.
Bartek crucially out of DRS on those softer tires. That is going to hinder his race. Basically sealing himself to P4, and maybe even sealing himself to an even worse position due to a better tire strategy in the first part of the race from Der Wolf. They're far away, but now that he's out of DRS, nothing doing. 3-second time penalty for El Angel, going off the track multiple times. We got a little bit of a fight going on. Kenyon and Der Wolf fighting. Kenyon winning out on that one. Did Der Wolf sacrifice his exit too much so Sean is able to get an attack going on him? We will see on this straight. Kenyon moves to the inside. Der Wolf is taking the outside for turn 1. Everybody else staying behind quite nicely and letting the people in front fight. Der Wolf losing out in that fight. But now here comes Sean with the DRS open. Both of them in front don't have DRS because they crossed the line at weird points. Der Wolf touching Sean, pushing him extremely wide, therefore denying the overtaking opportunity. Harvey now on the move, trying to capitalize from the situation created. He's going around the outside. Sean is conceding. That opens the door for Chowie, but no, nothing happening. Sean really crucially losing all the positions in the early stages of the race.
As also crucially, Bartek is back within DRS.
Seems like they are fighting in the front.
But I think they're still working together better than the cars behind.
Yeah, I mean, just look at Kenyon. They're just too eager to get the position done. They are on different tire strategies, so it would make sense for them to just push each other with the DRS train, because now Kenyon is just sealing his fate in P5.
As Bartek gets 3 seconds of penalty.
Yeah, quite typical for Bartek to go wide a lot of times. He has pace, he's missing consistency. That's something that we've noticed so far. He's going into the pits after 7 laps on the softs.
As those yellow flags where Liam was.
Quite a peculiar situation that we are finding ourselves in.
Onto mediums.
Onto the mediums? What is he doing? He's really going for a 2-stop, as it seems. There's no way that he's doing more than 12 laps on these tires. And there's no way that he has more than 1 set of softs left, and he used that set on the start of the race.
As Bartek has left
the session yet again.
I'll have to quickly invite him back once again.
Yeah. Just a quick invite and request. He's going on to friends, and then he's moving it down onto Bartek33, who he's then inviting, and then just quickly getting out of the menus to get back to the action. Okay, we got Rapid being quite close to Big T and Ethan right in front. Big T, of course, also with the DRS.
As there's... Oh, Sean's off! Sean spun!
Sean spun! That fighting really must have hurt his tires. Oh, sorry. And his confidence. Because now he's finding himself behind Kragner.
Can he get back into the points that... With penalties so far, he can.
It looks like we are getting a fight between Gaming Gary and El Angel. Oh, El Angel is going for the move on him. Going around the outside. Gary is going Oh, Gary, keep it on track. Oh, not too good, not too good, but at least he's still on track with 1 point to go, but Sean outpaces him massively, so it shouldn't be a surprise when the overtake is happening. Bartek, though, in the back, creeping up on them. Pace not that much different. He's not catching up as he might want to.
I think he's still AI.
Yeah, he's still AI.
Now he is driving
Now
himself.
He is driving, yeah. As we got some other people going into the pits, we got Gaming Gary going into the pits, we got Ethan going into the pits, serving his 10-second time penalty. Nope,
Oh.
he is not. Never mind, he doesn't have one. Yeah, now the crucial part for Big T. Build the gap. Get the gap to reduce that penalty. He has some laps left on it, so he can still push as much as possible. I think lap 11 would be the point where he should start considering getting rid of those tires to actually make a difference. We got a close battle for the midfield, exactly the battle that I was just looking at. Oh, Chowie is crucially out of DRS. He does have it. He went over the detection point with a second to spare.
But his tires seem to be struggling more than the others right now. He's just not having the same pace. He's outside the 1 second once again.
Yeah, he do be outside of that 1 second gap. But of course, question is, what are the front runners doing? Are they going to fight each other yet again? Or are they going to play nice? Big T
None of
extending his lead by 3 seconds again on Rapid. Rapid has lost 3 seconds in the last lap. He's making mistakes. He's getting shivers down his spine. Seems to have more pace on the straight line, though. But loses massively in cornering. Seems like he's running a really low downforce setup. Because through this one corner alone, he lost about 3 to 4 tenths.
As we have Sean boxing now.
Yeah, El Angel also boxing. Makes sense with El Angel on soft, but I don't know why Sean is already boxing. He needs to kill those tires in the first... I know he had mediums.
Oh, okay.
He had mediums. He went medium too hard. Mediums on lap 9, though. Ugh. Makes sense if his tires are that shattered, but now he's coming out right in the little battle between Andy Ring and Gaming Gary. What is Sean going to do? He's diving down the inside. He taps Gaming Gary. This corner was not his. If that was a push to pass. That was 100% a push to pass that he just executed.
This will have to be a debate for the stewards after the race, I think.
If it gets reported, of course. It should be reported because dirt driving like this is not really the standard we want to see.
That's not the only people in DRS is now P3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, the DRS is not really split up. People need to increase their pace to catch up onto the others. Pit strategy really getting in the way of everyone. At this very moment, I would actually say that Big T might actually come out ahead of Bartek with the gap that he has, or at least in a 3 second window, and with the tire offset that they now created, will be able to stay in front.
We have the Mercedes of Harvey making a move on their Wolf. Clean move. Does he go for the move on his teammate as well? I think he does. Yes, he does. And he makes the move stick.
Harvey going through into P3 now. Of course, provisionally, it's P3, as we have some people already pitting for new tires. Question is, of course, what is Big T gonna do? Is he gonna stretch it out even longer? Does he think the pace from the people behind is that poor that he is able to just take a good lead and then serve that penalty and get a good position back with the pace that he will have on the next set of tires? Now would be probably the most ideal time to swap onto the hard tires. There is a gap forming, but the people behind are starting to gain a bit more pace compared to him.
Actually, we might have a bit more of a battle between the two Mercedes.
Yeah. Are they going to go for moves? Yes, they are. Why are they doing this? This is not the teamwork you want to see. You're losing more time just battling like that. Even if if that one wasn't really a battle with Harvey letting Kenyon clean through. They should really just swap DRS the whole time.
This is giving me Bahrain 2014 vibes, except they aren't leading by a mile.
Yeah, this is also giving me Red Bull Season 9 Round 1 Bahrain qualifying vibes after the
As Bartek has left again.
Yeah, I don't think an invite is necessary anymore. The amount of invites he's gotten is already way too many. As per the regulations, they can get invites from us up to, I think, 2 times it was, and he's gotten 2 invites throughout the race. Kenyon now swapping with Harvey again. Big T going into the pits. He did serve his penalty, I think.
Comes out
He
behind
did.
Ethan.
He's coming up behind Ethan. Penalty is served now, so now it's full-on pace for him. He has the younger tires, crucially, 3-lap younger
As
tires.
Crackner has actually spun, going through the first couple of corners.
With that, Kragner is definitely on the back foot now.
Let's see, with the 3 laps of fresher tires, can Big T catch up to Ethan?
Of course, crucially also, Der Wolf now on a huge tire offset compared to the others. He is getting 1 lap on them hard tires before anybody else in the front 4 right now. So we will see some pit stops. We will see another one by Chowie, probably this lap. He's dragged out those mediums quite a long way, and with the other 2 fighting in front of him, he is getting a bit of time back. But he should really think about pitting to not end up in the latter positions on the in the end of the race. No move so far. Everybody is staying quite quiet. Of course, we got Kenyon and Harvey, who also need to talk to each other about the next pit stop. Interesting to see now if Chowie boxes, because where he will end up is going to be indicative of where Kenyon and Harvey will be placed around. No, Chowie goes for another lap on those mediums. Even though he's losing pace compared to the hard tires, this might actually be a bad strategy from the Haas driver.
Yeah, not ideal. He's trying to get all the life out of his tires, but has he already used too much life?
Probably did. He's losing a lot of time towards the people on the old hards in front of him. Too much time, I would say. And he needs to go into the hard tires because the mediums will not survive until the time they can. Of course, now Ethan going for a move on Kragner. Dives down, locks up a little bit, makes the move stick though. Due to those really fresh and good-looking new tires. Of course, provisional P1 right now being Ethan. Big T in a very close proximity to Ethan. So the fight is still in their hands. Der Wolf losing out compared to Big T. Big T really having the pace to get something done in front of him. And he goes for the move on Bartek. He obviously makes it cleanly. He is ghosted.
And crucially, Big T actually gets DRS from Bartek's ghosted car.
Yeah, so he is getting better and better.
He's eyeing up the he's very close to DRS of Kragner right now. It's important for Big T to get past Kragner as efficiently as possible if he wants to keep up the fight with Ethan right now.
Yeah, the fight with Ethan is the important one. Chowie now left the session. Chowie, we can chuck an invite to. Kenyon and Harvey switching positions yet again. And if you're already in that menu, just chuck one over to Bartek as well.
He's not online anymore.
Yeah, seems like he's not online. Then just don't bother and get the frick out.
Now, Big T needs to get past Kragner as soon as possible if he wants to stay in the fight with Ethan. As being behind Kragner is just losing his time lap after lap after lap. As he taps the rear of Kragner.
Yeah, there you can see the grip difference in the tires. Question is, if he makes that move, is it going to be push and pass? No, he's staying behind. But he probably will send it down the... Oh, he's sending it down the outside of turn 11. Or turn... No, it's turn 10. Ah, the corners on this track. Quite confusing sometimes. He takes the inside line and goes out wide. Taking that position convincingly. Now, all the sides, all the targets are on Ethan, who is 2.3 seconds in front of Big T. But the pace advantage currently lays with Big T in every single shape or form. Already making up about 2/10 just through that corner alone. It will be a fight for the lead, for the provisional lead.
As he kind of has to hope that maybe, just maybe, Ethan gets a bit of traffic. Although the car ahead of Ethan right now is his teammate, but his teammate gets out of the way. Chowie boxing.
Finally.
But I think this is AI boxing.
Yeah, he's ghosted. He's ghosted. He's ghosted. He's AI boxing right now.
But I saw him join the session, so he is back in the session at least.
He is back. Yeah, Bartek out of the race practically. Same with Chowie. Really not fortunate that they both end up as AI. Big T now going through all of the reserves he can.
It seems a pretty similar pace so far.
Yeah, seems like it. Big T, of course, the hunter. Ethan, the hunted. Coming out of the situation quite luckily with the pit stop and the turn 1... no, sorry, not even turn 1, start-finish line. Kerfuffle between Kia and the other person that was next to him. I don't know who
Pretty
it was.
sure it was Andy Ring in the Alpine.
Yeah, he also suffered a huge loss. He is at the back.
He will have to box again, I think.
He does have to box. There's no way he's gonna survive 10 more laps on these tires without suffering a huge performance loss. And with Chowie back in the race, hopefully.
I can quickly check that.
Yeah.
He is back.
Yeah, he is back. He is driving.
It's now the Mercs swapping positions once again.
Yeah, but that looks more like a fight than team.
It is very much a fight.
What are they doing? They're basically compromising each other's position.
It's
Not
all
really the
for
most
glory
ideal.
right here as they go side by side now. This is not teamwork from them. This is pure fighting for position.
Yeah, and therefore also losing time to the people behind. They actually impact their own positions more than anything. Not something you want to see from teammates, of course.
As Andy Ring does now indeed box.
Mike's saying, I think they are working together. The way they are working together is more indicative of fighting and losing time than gaining time. They gain time on the straights, but they go side by side into a corner, compromising each other's lines. That's not really helping out or anything. It's more compromising than anything. This is a fight and not working together. Because they are now losing time to Ethan. Ethan made a crucial mistake somewhere, or Big T just found massive amounts of pace. Because throughout this lap, he's now gained another second on Ethan. This fight is going to boil over very, very, very soon.
We have a clear fight for the win coming up It's coming up very soon. Only about 1-2 tenths between for him to get into DRS now.
Yeah, but Big T not really looking at anything in the sorts of getting DRS, not pushing it. Harvey and Kenyon, of course, not fighting this time, still compromising the line. It would be just smarter for the person that is behind to get the outside line and the other person to just back off, even if it involves braking a little bit earlier, as that would still gain time on the long run. And now they're staying with each other quite nicely now. This is now working together and not fighting.
As Mike says that lap 1 start and said should have been a safety car, and I do fully agree.
Yeah, same. That should have been a safety car, but we swapped it to reduced. Everybody was for it, and this is what we have gotten now. But now we can slowly but surely move over to Big T.
He's now in DRS of Ethan for a moment, but he loses on the braking. But gets it back. Does he actually get... He was not within the 1 second at the detection point. But he is still... He's within 1 second now.
Maybe he was, but he just didn't bother activating it because he just knows that this extra speed is just going to throw off his braking and consistency.
He's just gained several tenths for these couple of corners.
Yeah, Ethan not really prepared to get a good amount of time through those corners, as it seems.
I think
We're
Ethan
now down
is...
to a gap of about 2 tenths. And now, why is Big T going for the gap now? He's slotting in front, and now Ethan gets the DRS.
I think Ethan was on none for the battery mode. For that part of the track.
For P1 again. And now Ethan is gonna go in front because Big T's let himself through. The question is Ethan going to get the DRS or not? Yeah, no. Yeah, he's not getting the DRS. Big T is getting it and therefore trying to reclaim the position. This looks more like working together than it looked like with the Mercedes in front.
Yeah, which is something unexpected when the Mercedes are obviously on the same team, and these two are on two completely different teams, being the McLaren and Haas team.
Yeah, now Ethan has got the opportunity to try and stay in that DRS. As long as he does, he's still in the fight for the win. He just needs to treat those tires a bit more careful throughout the rest of the race, and he needs to keep mistakes to a minimum. Gets the DRS, of course, but we do see Big T is still keeping up a good fight. Let's see those corners. These are the ones that Big T just gained massive amounts of times in last time. Gains a couple of hundreds, but nothing too special. Not the couple of tenths that he had before. Of course, now Ethan in a slipstream.
Yeah, which I think just proves my theory of Ethan going to none for the battery to get behind Big T for the main straight.
Yeah, as he is right at this very moment. He does not take as much track as Big T either.
As we now Rapid finally boxing.
Yeah, Rapid finally boxing. Once we are looking at a fight for P1, for net P1. Outside of the pits. Ethan getting past. Is it going to be a fight? No, it's not. Big T just letting him get that position.
Not finding too hard, making sure he doesn't lose too many positions. As actually, Rapid comes out very close to his teammate, ahead of his teammate just about.
Oh, is this going to be an incident? No, it's not. Good work there from Kragner to keep it out of, to stay out of the way there. Not in the sense that he should have, but more in the sense that he's not getting into an accident because he's still on for points. The Hearts he can drag out for a really long time. Rapid really being unsure about those tires at the moment because they're cold as well.
We should now have a provisional Mercedes 1-2, but we both know that this will not last.
Yeah, this will not last. At the moment, I'm predicting that they are going to slot in right behind their Wolf and Rapid.
Actually, Rapid lost out to their Wolf for a second.
And they are fighting. Their Wolf now behind him. But before they were fighting. They should now try to get the team game running. Their Wolf on massively newer tires compared to Kragner. And Rapid is not even a question. Let's see what the Mercedes guys in front are going to do at the end of their stint. One of them seems to be going to pit. It's Kenyon. He's now going for mediums. There's no way that there's any soft tires in his repertoire at this very moment. When it comes to pace, they will drop off massively towards the end.
He is going for softs.
He is going to softs.
He's going for the fridge strategy. Yeah. And the Mika strategy.
Yeah, where will he come out though? We got the couple of people in the back.
Now have Kragner boxing.
Kragner boxes. Rapid and their Wolf are on the run down into turn 1. They are fighting.
As we have seen Liam spinning through the fast left-hander.
Like I predicted, Kenyon coming out behind both of them. So now it is crucial for Kenyon to get every single position that he can to maybe get a sniff of a win or anything.
Already in past Rapid.
Yeah, Rapid not really too happy on those medium tires.
Has this been a masterful strategy play by Kenyon getting a potential podium, I think.
Yeah, now the question is, what is Harvey going to do? Harvey, in my opinion, Harvey, stay out another lap, then go for the soft tires as well. You will come out behind the two RBs no matter what. The fact that they're constantly fighting as well is just going to make it easier for the people in front of them and behind them to catch up.
Oh, as they almost crash.
A little bit of contact.
They almost crash in the downhill left-hander.
They're still going. Everything still seems fine enough. Rapid really wants to bring on the moves. Does it now. Ooh, slots in right in front. Could have been a dangerous situation if Der Wolf wasn't expecting it.
Let's see, does Harvey box? Yes, he does.
He does box. I would have said go another lap and just fully push. Because now
going for the mediums.
He's going for the mediums. Yeah, he is going to definitely just throw himself down the order. His teammate will be miles ahead now. They're both... Yeah, they are going to meet in a couple of seconds, probably on the pit exit line. And they have met now, not even seeing each other. And now Harvey is right behind those two V-Carps. Slotting in quite nicely, though. Now the question is, how are Der Wolf and Rapid playing this out? Because this right now is a fight that is just unnecessary. Now they need to work together.
Yeah, there's also a fight P7 behind between Chowie and Sean.
Yeah,
they will swap positions down the main straight. McLaren Haas battles on 2 different parts of the track. One for P1 and one for P7.
Yeah, McLaren and Haas, both teams you wouldn't expect to be high up. Of course, McLaren you probably expect it, but Haas.
As Sean goes deep.
Sean goes very deep and therefore crucially loses DRS on the tires that are more worn. He just cannot keep up with the freshness of Xiaoyi's tires, so he probably secured himself P number 7. As we still got some gaps between some people suggesting some overtakes. We got Ethan now on the run down into turn 1 to catch Big T. Is he going to make that overtake? He got a good amount of extra overspeed. He might be able to dive it down, or he does do it smartly though. He probably has ERS on none and therefore stays behind him convincingly because Big T might be pushing crazy.
Keenan said fastest lap. Makes sense in those fresh softs.
Yeah, 12 seconds to go. The leaders should not be bothered fighting the whole time because Kenyon will catch them. This tire difference is just way too much.
As Sean boxes.
Sean boxes? He is going for the 2-stop. He thinks his tires are done.
Going for the softs.
Yeah, crucially, a really big mistake from him there. As he's now getting passed by Gaming Gary and now at least...
Andy Ring as well.
He's also getting passed by Andy Ring, so now he has to fight at least 2 people to get back up in the points. If this stays the way it does, Gaming Gary gets his first CRF points, I think.
That could be very exciting if he gets that, actually.
Yeah, I'm quickly gonna look if that is the case. Luckily, I can do some magic.
So we now have the 2 lead fighters, actually. As Harvey actually might go for a move on the Wolf. And he goes around the outside into the fly right-hander. Still going side by side. And now gets the move done, but he's not winning DRS a rapid ahead. And their Wolf is 3/10 behind him going into the main straight. So I do think that the Wolf will just get the position back easily.
You know, this would actually be Gary's first points ever in CRF. If Gary is able to keep it on track, if Gary is able to keep it going, if he's able to not get those 3 seconds of time penalty.
As the Wolf sends on the inside of Harvey, but... Oh, there's contact and the Wolf has a half spin.
The half spin that does it for Der Wolf. Not really looking good for the outfit. For the V-Carb outfit, not really looking good.
Now have the 2 Williams cars swapping positions. I do think that was a plan because of how much better Ragnar tires will be now. As wait a second, no, Gaming Gary has a penalty, of course. And I do think, has Gaming Gary made a mistake? He's lost a lot of time to Andy Ring all of a sudden.
Yeah, Gaming Gary isn't known to be the fastest, but points are definitely still in play here. We got a fight for P1 going on though. 4/10 between the 2.
It's kind of the closest battle on the track right now.
Yeah, there is no closer battle at the moment with Der Wolf now spinning out. Nobody's in DRS. Rapid being able to quite convincingly keep the gap. I think Harvey messed up the strategy a little bit. He should have went on to softs. Ethan is being smart though. He stays behind, keeps his ERS as well.
Goes for the better exit of the corner so he can get the run down the backside, but Big T using some battery, I think. They're getting a better exit still. I don't think Ethan can get the move done into turn 4. No, he cannot. The fight keeps going with Big T in the lead.
We definitely had some action today.
Now have Andy Ring right behind Gaming Gary.
Yeah, we should swap to that battle because it's still the fight for the first points of Gaming Gary's CRF career that are at play here, but Andy Ring just outpaces him massively.
And Sean catching up behind as well.
Behind Sean moving up to them as well, slowly but surely. But it looks to me that Gary is actually also improved a little bit from season 8 to season 9.
It's always good to see drivers improve. you always gotta feel good. You always know they gotta feel good when they improve, and just can tell that they're a little bit better. It's those small improvements all the time that really does it. And there's been a swap between the leaders. Big T coming behind Ethan, but
And
now they're going
now
side
going
by
back in
side.
front. Side by
Who's got
side.
DRS? Big T has DRS. He will now get the advantage on the main straight.
Yeah, and he will keep staying in front. There's nothing that Ethan can do. Quite an early move from Ethan. I would have expected him to stay behind Big T until lap 28 into 29, so he is able to get down in front afterwards. Of course, Big T, having served his penalty completely, is still in the lead by about 10 seconds. We got some nice chatters that are not wanted here. Timeout and ban. Thank you very much.
Names straight up being bot.
Yeah. Luckily, moderation privileges are a good thing.
They truly are. As actually Sean is right up behind Andy.
Yeah, Sean is up behind Andy. Is he going to make something of it though? If
He-
I were
he's
Andy, I
going
would have
for it.
pushed out to the inside.
And he makes the move stick for turn 1.
Yeah, now all Andy can do now is try to get the switch back on him, but he just has no traction compared to Sean. Sean getting that crucial 1 point, but that strategy call with going into the pits earlier. Oh, Andy Ring is going to make a move. Goes a bit wider on entry, which means he will have more speed coming out of the corner. He's trying to go side by side. Does he have enough speed? No, he does not. He still slots in behind him. The fight's still going on, though. They can still battle it out on the next DRS straight. No dive down into turn 10. As we now go into the complex section of turn 11 and 12. Basically a hairpin going downhill. Really difficult braking zone.
As I'll quickly cut to the leaders actually, as they're getting close to each other once again. Ethan once again staying behind Big T, but I think this time Ethan gets a better exit. No, he doesn't. Big T once again gets the better exit.
As long as Ethan is able to stay within DRS and is able to get his ERS fully dumped out the last lap with DRS, he might be able to catch that win, but Big T will fight.
As actually, Rapid is trying to keep up with Kingan on the softs now. Are the mediums getting better than the softs now?
We would have expected Kenyon to gain a bit more of a gap with all the fighting going on.
As I think Keenan made a mistake, given he just lost 4 tenths. Keenan just lost 4 tenths in a few corners. 5 tenths now. I think as Keenan's tires died.
His tires might have. Or at least they're starting to hit a cliff.
I'll quickly.
Still no fighting going on track. We still got Sean and Andy Ring together.
Sean keeping the gap pretty convincing.
Yeah, he's not keeping it close, but then again, you would have expected him to pull away much further already with those soft tires. Gets a bit squirrely on the exit, so that means if Andy Ring is able to get the DRS, he's still in the fight, but no, he is not going to be under the DRS spell. Of course, Ethan, still smart, stays behind Big T. Can we go on board with Ethan?
What button is
right
that?
Bumper, right button.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. 100% ERS on his end. And if we go on over to Big T, yeah, the camera angle makes it really hard to see, but it looks like if he's now turning left.
He also has a pretty good amount, actually.
Yeah, now the question is, he has less ERS though, crucially, than Ethan.
Ethan's
still being around 90%, so there is a high possibility that Ethan is going to take that last one. Let's go off-board again.
Actually, now, Rapid is caught up to Kenyon.
Not really. He's still outside of the DRS, but he is making progress.
He could be within DRS now. Let's see. Does he get it? I think he might have gotten it in this detection point.
I think he might have.
He did.
Yeah, he did. He did, so that means Rapid is now in contention for the last podium spot. I think the biggest loser today out of every racer we've seen so far is actually Harvey, because he could have gotten a better position by just going onto softs for the last 6 laps instead. Kenyon did do the better strategy, but is just losing out on pure pace in general right now. But we still have a fight going on for P1 and for P4, for P3. Going down into turn 1, this is still the lap where you want to be behind, Ethan. That's exactly what you need to do. But now, of course, we still have the next lap, the important lap, the fighting lap for the last moment where you are able to get the win.
Questions: has Big T saved enough DRS, or will he actually save enough EOS? I mean, or will he play some DRS games at the final corner?
We can see Greaser sometimes flashing red for a short second.
Greaser?
Which in turn... no, sorry. Yeah, sorry, I read Greaser in the chat. But Ethan is sometimes flashing red for a short moment. He's still harvesting. He's trying to harvest as much as possible to send it down to send it down into turn 1. He's now, of course, crucially getting the ERS as well. He just needs to make that overtake stick as convincingly as possible as we get to the final lap of this race.
There's a fight for both P1 and P3 right now, with how close Rapid is now.
Has gotten it, but Rapid, also a contender for the podium. And it's all about those podium spots. In the end, the race is coming down to the podium spots. As Ethan gets a really bad exit out of the turn, but he is going to get ERS and DRS activated to the full extent. He is going down into turn 1. He takes the outside line. Is he going to take that position more convincingly? No, it's side by side through turn 1. Ethan taking the long way around, going for the switchback, trying to get a better exit. Doesn't get it, though. Question is, who got the DRS? It's Ethan. Ethan has gotten the DRS on the second DRS straight. He now takes the inside line, convincingly on the inside. Big T fighting back as hard as he can. Gets the fight done, but is he going to get that position? Little bit of banging between them. They're still going side by side. Ethan losing out, though, on the first sector fight that they had. The fight is still not over, though. We still got Ethan and Big T throughout one more DRS zone and one long straight without DRS. And of course, a couple of corners. Big T on fresher tires will be able to have a bit more of an advantage, though. We will see Ethan with DRS this time. Does he have enough ERS to push through into turn number 13? No, he is not side by side with him. But still, everything is still to play for. Big T needs to make one big mistake, or a small one might even be enough for Ethan to get this win. Now going on to the very long straight. How much ERS does Ethan have left in the tank to fight for the win?
He's gaining a lot down the straight.
Not enough, it seems. Now the exit just needs to be as perfect as possible, as we are getting a fight to the line. Big T gets a horrible exit. Are they going side by side through? No, we got Big T winning the Bahrain Grand Prix here in CRF3. Bartek going over the line next. He is disconnected, though. So yeah, we got Rapid, who has made it past Kenyon. Really good fight from him. Kenyon getting P4, with Harvey now getting a convincing P5, which could have maybe been a P4 for him. Derwolf, crucially, still getting a good amount of points for VCarb. Chowie, in his first full-time season after the F123 game, getting a 7th position finish. Kragner did a good enough job for all the problems he had. P8 for him. Sean messing up the strategy, sadly, therefore only getting P9 instead of P7 or P8. But there's still a fight between El Angel and Andy Ring, even though Andy Ring should get the position convincingly, which he does. So that means the last point goes to Andy Ring. Now over the line, the last two fellas. We got Gaming Gary going over the line in P12, and of course, Liam Watt with about 23 seconds to spare.
Gaming Gary so close to his first points in CRF. But just wasn't quite the day for him. As we now see the final car about to cross the finish line. As we now have ended the Bahrain Grand Prix. What a race this has been.
Yeah, the start kerfuffle will probably go to the stewards. We will have a lot of after-race impact from the penalties. I can promise you that already. Driver of the day being Ethan, at least from the game side of things, but at least it's getting voted on in Tier 3 in the Discord server. So yeah. Very well raced by Big T. Had a 10-second time penalty. Was able to keep a 10-second gap due to having a better strategy than the people behind him.
Just Ethan and Big T just dominating this race compared to the others.
Yeah, really a convincing job. Of course, we got a podium of a lifetime with a Mercedes, with a McLaren, with a Haas, and a V-Carb on top. Ethan in P2, and in P3 we have Rapid, who fought his way back up, and Kenyon following up in 4th position. We got in 5th place Harvey, then Der Wolf, then Chowie, then Kragner. Then after Kragner comes Sean, and the last points position goes to Andy Rings. Sadly, not getting any points because of the 9 seconds of penalties that he's collected. El Angel in P11. P12 goes to Gaming Gary. P13 to Liam Watt. Bartek sadly disconnecting, getting P14. And Kia sadly not being able to get the traction correctly off the line, ramming into one of the top 4 and DNFing instantly.
Kenyon getting P10 to P4. It's actually a pretty good drive still, I will have to say.
Yeah. Do you want to thank all our friends, or do I?
Why don't you thank them? You're the guest on this.
I'm the guest. Yeah, of course. Thanks every single one of you guys for watching. It's really important that you're here, because without you, it wouldn't be possible. But it's also not really possible without the other fellas that I'm going to mention now. The other fellas are Dubby, Rogue Energy, 3D Rap, NordVPN, Fiverr, Xedax, Pitlane Prince, Saley, and of course Moser Racing. Thank you, each and every one of you, for just helping us out and being there, right? You can find all the specific information about that in our Discord server, where we have links and other stuff that are helping you out with discounts, or even stuff that gives us a little bit of a kickback, which is greatly appreciated. Of course, if you go down into our info section on the Twitch, you will find our little blue donations page. That's the first one. That's why I mentioned it. Then we have our ACC side of things, the ACC Discord, CRF Motorsports. Click on that to join that, to get some fancy and cool events going. Then we have the ACC SimGrid, where we post all of our CRF Motorsports, so the ACC side related stuff. And of course, the green button, which gets you over to our F1 side, the CRF Racing League Discord. Go through the joining process, and then just wait for somebody to contact you, get you into the correct tier, and race yourself. I don't know if we have some open seats right now, but the tier managers do know all about that.
Yes, we also are starting with some iRacing in the background. It's not in the information of the stream, but if you ask around in one of our Discords, you can definitely get an invite to our iRacing server if you want that.
Yeah, we have an iRacing team. We do have an iRacing team. We are not hosting iRacing events currently, but if we do, it would be on the ACC Discord, because that is going to be bundled up together in one. Yeah. Other than that, from my side of things, I personally think that should be everything.
Yeah. I want to thank you for joining, given that Laval had some PC issues, so he couldn't join us in the commentary booth today, sadly.
Yeah, I just thought might as well, right?
Yeah, always good to have 2 people in the commentary booth, I think.
Oh yeah, I don't know how Marlboro does it alone, I swear on God.
It's a struggle.
CRF2 commentator Marlboro does it alone. He does a really good job. I have no clue how he does what he does in Tier 2, but he just does it really good. Yeah, of course, you're going to find us on CRF1 and on Sunday at the same time this stream has started. Then on CRF2 on Saturday next week. And of course, exactly in 1 week, on the same Monday, you will find us on CRF3 right here on the channel as well. Next up in the calendar, we got Japan. Good old Suzuka. Daredevil hates it. I have no clue how it drives in the new game yet, so we will be
all
able to
the
see how that one
difficulty is
goes.
from the curbs. It'll be interesting to see people spin on the curbs, because they are quite slippery in this game.
Always the curbs. But yeah, Japan's the next one. Thank you all for watching from my side of things, and I'm going to give the last couple of words over to Daredevil.
Yeah, and I'll also thank our lovely viewers from watching the stream. And yeah, we will be seeing you guys at Japan, round 2 of Season 9, next week. Bye-bye.